This is a city that I like to visit a lot. Actually, most of my friends, they keep telling me this is a better version of Miami. And I kind of agree with that because the public spaces here are amazing. Also, it's beautiful, very clean. I really love it. On the other hand, the story here, it is awesome. The variety of fish and everything that happens here in the ecosystem, very cool. Sad that we're destroying the ecosystem. Let's talk about it. Scientists have found around 17% of nitrogen in the estuary here in Tampa. This is kind of weird. From where is coming the nitrogen? Most of it is because of storm water. So is the pollution in the air what is causing all this nitrogen in the Tampa estuary. Now, is nitrogen good? Of course not. It will create the algal bloom as well. They call the red tide as well. Will kill the fish and also will kill all the plants that fish need to eat in order to survive. Nitrogen. Now, nitrogen isn't the only problem. There is also oil and grease in the water, toxic metals, and at the same time, there is a lot of bacteria and trash and debris that is coming in the river. Actually, I think that this river is not as polluted as other rivers in the country, but still, remember, this is the place where fresh water from the streams and the rivers meet the ocean. And what we're giving to the ocean is not good. We're feeding the oceans with trash. Estuaries are places, they're coastal places, that kind of enclosed, where fresh water from the rivers and the streams mix with salt water from the ocean. The ecosystems are beautiful. It's a place of transition between the rivers, the fresh water, and the ocean. And they are very important because, one affects the other. There's the interaction between the fresh water and everything that it has in it with the ocean. And we already know what happened, for example, in the dead zone. You remember that? My God, the song here is so strong. Can you imagine? If it's so strong, it means that the evaporation happens here quite fast, right? Yes, there is a lot of rain here in Tampa. That's why I was telling you, storm water is actually getting all the pollution from the air and then it drops here in the estuary in Tampa. Not good. This is the list of contaminants here in Tampa that are exceeding the healthy guidelines. Are they the only ones? No. Let's talk about one, arsenic. Extremely high in this city, and this is bad. Also with phosphate. A couple of years ago, an old plant released a lot of phosphate in the water, and it was a disaster. And you know what? Not many people know about that. Of course, arsenic is bad for a lot of things, but one of those is brain development. There are studies that show that arsenic will lower the IQs of babies. So if the mother, when is pregnant, just drinking water that is contaminated with high levels of arsenic, this will impact the brain development of the baby. Sadly to say this, but all the states that we have visited are showing lower IQ levels when you compare them with other states. I'm trying to find the connection between arsenic in the water and other pollutants with this. But the reality is that the whole country is having pollution. But still, it's very sad that all these southern states that are having beautiful places, that is like living in the paradise, are having these lower IQ levels. Let me show you. I know today I've been talking a lot, but actually it breaks my heart to see all this situation in such a beautiful places, because all the places that I have been visiting are amazing. But then when you see something like these levels of lower IQ, and then you compare this with levels of arsenic, you can see the relationship. That's extremely sad. And now let's talk about my nemesis, PFAS. The situation here is that the city is trying to monitor how levels are here, and they already find out that are higher than it should be. That is not enough. We need to do more than that. That's why we all need to get a filter. Filter your water so you can be free of these PFAS forever.
Thanks for all your donations.